Hey everyone, I just thought I'd give you a little update on the pair trading calculator that I previously, shown a video on how what it's all about, and I've done a pretty big update on the site. So I just thought I'd take you through everything. Hopefully, some of these things are useful. The first thing is on this screen, not much has changed. The big one, well, it's a small change really. Just now it tells you the percentage that you've got of each asset in dollar terms. So if you have 250 shares of MicroStrategy and 250 shares of Tesla, obviously that's 50-50 in share numbers in the number of shares, but obviously both those assets aren't worth the same amount in dollars. So this is how much in percentage terms you've got if you think about it in dollars. Um, so that's the main change on here. And then obviously when you set up your trade, so for example, if we want to we think that the direction is going to go up by 0.10, and we're saying we're going to swap 10 shares. So the first thing you do is set up the entry trade. This was already there before. I'm just going through it again. You would have 257 shares of MicroStrategy because you would have sold 10 shares of Tesla, so you would have had enough to buy 7 shares of MicroStrategy, and that would have given you 58.52 MicroStrategy of 41.48. And then when the ratio changed to 1.41, you would have swapped back, and you would have gone back to your original position, which is 250, but you would have gained an extra 0.7609 Tesla, and now your allocation would be 56.71 and 43.29. So basically, yeah, it's the same thing on this page. Also, it tells you the portfolio value based on the current MicroStrategy and Tesla prices. And if you click on here, you can actually change these prices manually if you want, because they're pulling them from the market open prices, which the market hasn't opened yet. So this is actually pretty out of date. It's gone up a lot today. So you could change that if you want to, whatever it is. Oh, I need to fix that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if you do the correct price, it then updates the ratio. Cool. And now if you go to the next screen, which is the new thing, which is optimal. So what this is basically a simplified version of the pair trading ascending range spreadsheet that you might have seen. So rather than having a load of Google Sheet sort of spreadsheets and lots of confusing stuff in there, I've just tried to make this into a simplified kind of web version. So what you're doing, again, if you remember from the Google Sheet, is you're setting up a range on a chart. So the range has these 4 points, which is this point here, this point here, this point here, and this point here. And they're set up with these ratios. So this one, this one, this one, and this one, set up those 4 points. And by changing your target for the end of year. So for example, if you think that MicroStrategy is going to get to $900 by the end of the year, and Tesla's going to get to, like, let's say, I don't know, 500, then this range that will get these red lines will then adjust according to what you think the price targets for what the price targets will be. So yeah, you can put in whatever you want in here. I'm just going to leave this as the default for now. Oh, that's not the default. That's my default. Yeah, that's the default, isn't it? Which gives us this fairly fixed range, which matches the tops and the bottoms that we've seen. I don't know if we'll get to 1300 and 655, but I think that 1.98 or 2.8 for the ratio by the end of the year is reasonable. And how we get to 2, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this could be 700 and 350. It's more about what the ratio will be. That's the important thing. The price targets just set up that ratio. Anyway, moving on. So now what this does is if from the previous screen you enter your number of shares that you've currently got, and then on this screen it takes that information and then it calculates how many shares you should have. So it's saying based on where we are right now, which is the middle of the range. You can click on this. You can see right now we're right in the middle of the range. So we should be, or roughly in the middle of the range. We should be 34% MicroStrategy and 65% Tesla. So what it's saying is basically you're right now you're 57% MicroStrategy and 42% Tesla. So what it's saying is you should sell 100 MicroStrategy shares and you should buy 137 Tesla shares, and that gives you the correct allocation based on your price targets you've set up here. And then moving through time, what this is for is basically telling you the percentages that your bag should be um, going forward. So, you know, by the end of April or beginning of May, you should be at 31% MicroStrategy and 68% Tesla. So you're basically going from right now, today, you should be 34% MicroStrategy, and you should go to about 32% MicroStrategy. And as time goes on, as you get towards the end of the year, the ratio keeps on going up. And by the end of the year, you've got to basically 0% MicroStrategy and 100% Tesla, because you're basically saying that you think that the goal of the end of the year ratio target is about two. So you really, if you think that's the top, you probably don't want to have any MicroStrategy at that point, because basically MicroStrategy's run out of strength at that point, and you want to set yourself up for next year when we think Tesla's going to be stronger. I mean, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying that these percentages are gospel. They're just a guideline, just to give you sort of a rough idea of where you might want to be based on as we go through the year. I wouldn't suggest following this like strictly. I would just use it as more of a kind of like an idea of where we could be going based on this ascending range that you set up here, or it could be a descending range. I mean, you could put in here like, if you think it's going to be 700 and it's going to be, I don't know, 300. Oh no, we want this higher, don't we? So we'll say 1,000. And then we'd have to set this lower as well. So we do 0 point, see, 0.2, 1. There we go. Yeah. So you could set up a descending range. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to do that, because it's pretty clear that MicroStrategy is ascending. You can see visually what it's doing. Anyway, I'll leave that to you, and you guys are all very good at technical analysis. Um, but yeah, hopefully that is helpful. Yeah, there's not really much more to say. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me know what you think, and if you spot any bugs or anything, just let me know in Discord. Cool.